Hey guys, Mrs. Dalton here. Sorry I am not there today. I will be here tomorrow, but I wanted to go ahead and give you a head start on our proportions lesson. So today you are going to need journals and something to write with, pretty please, and double check with a couple people and see which page everybody is on so that we can all be in the same spot. Okay, so today's lesson is titled Proportions. And yes, I want you to write this in your journal. A proportion is an equation stating that two ratios are equivalent. Okay, so you guys are on page wherever, because each period is on a different class, but please make sure that each class is on the same page. And today we're going to focus on WKU when we're working through our proportions. Now, WKU means words, what do we know, and what is unknown. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do 3 sample problems that you are going to write in your journal, and then you'll have some practice afterwards until the end of the period. Okay, so example number 1 says, if you can buy 1 can of pineapple chunks for $2, then how many can you buy with $10? Okay. So remember, we're going to use WKU, words, what do we know, and what is unknown. So in this one, we are comparing pineapple chunks, or cans. Let me see if you can buy 1 can of pineapple chunks for $2. Okay, so our words are going to be cans and dollars, okay? So what do we know? We know that we can buy 1 can for $2, okay? Make sure your 1 can matches your word, can, and make sure your 2 matches your dollars, okay? And what is unknown? It says how many can you buy with $10? How many what? How many cans is the question mark, but we do know that there's $10 spent, okay? So how do we get that 2 to turn into a 10? Okay, good job. Times 5, times 5, 5 on the top, 5 on the bottom. So our answer is going to be 5 cans for $10. Okay, go ahead and pause and play as you guys need. And I'm going to go ahead and move on to example 2. Next slide. Okay. Example 2, and yes, I want you to write down the whole problem. I hope I said that in the first one. If I didn't, you guys may have to go back and write it down. Example 2, yes, I want you to write everything down. This time you can just write WKU for words, what do I know, what is unknown. And here is this situation. 1 cantaloupe costs $2. How many cantaloupes can you buy for $6? Okay, so our words are cantaloupe, and this one does look very similar to the first one. Oh my goodness gracious. See, even at home I've got glitchies. Hey, does it really make you feel like you're in the classroom right now? And yes, because we're still having issues. Okay, so hopefully I fixed that up. Let's try again. Okay, so our words, what do we know? What is unknown? Our words are going to be cantaloupe and cost $2. Okay, so it's going to be dollars. So if we can buy 1 cantaloupe for $2, how many cantaloupes? So the cantaloupes is the question mark. Cantaloupe is the unknown. Can I buy for $6? Okay, well, how do I turn that 2 into a 6? That's right, times 3 times 3. So I can buy 3 cantaloupes for $6. Okay, so far so easy, right, you guys? Because all we're doing is making equivalent ratios, which we call proportions, okay? And our last example, now this one's a little bit tricky. That's why I wanted to do this one with you before you got to practice on your own. Example number 3. And yes, I want you to write down this whole problem, my goodness. And the WKU, of course. The goal of today is to make sure that you are using the WKU method that I'm showing you. So when you do get to complete your practice problems on your own, if I do not see the WKU on your paper, I will hand it back to you and you will redo it. Okay, so do it right the first time. Number 3. Shauna reduced the size of a rectangle to a height of 2 inches. What is the new width if it was originally 24 inches wide and 12 inches tall? Okay, so let's talk about what our words are. Our words are going to be width and height. Do you agree? Because we're talking about original wide and original tall. So width and height. Now it says originally 24 inches wide and 12 inches tall. Okay, so we've got 24 inches wide and 12 inches tall. And then we got to go back to the beginning of the story where it says Shauna reduced the size of a rectangle to a height of 2 inches. Okay, now remember, the reason I have you write the words down is so that you know where to put the numbers that match the words. I know it sounds silly and it sounds like, duh, Miss Dalton, but you will not believe what will happen if you don't write your words first. You're going to end up putting that 2 in the wrong spot. Okay, so since we have a height of 2, we're going to put that 2 over here on the bottom. Okay, because now we're looking for the new width because we have no idea what that is, question mark. Okay, so we're going to go the opposite direction. Our other 2 problems have been multiplying, but in this one, how do I get this 12 to turn into a 2? And I'm going to divide this one by 6, top and bottom to make them equivalent, and we're going to get 4. So our new width was 4 inches with our new height of 2 inches, okay? All right, so this is the last problem that I wanted you to do. I only wanted to do 3 with you. Pretty easy lesson. Make sure that for the rest of the period, when you are working on your practice problems, you are showing me the W, the K, and the U. It keeps you organized. It makes it easy to read your work, and it almost 100% guarantees you're going to get the right answer, okay? Now, you'll notice once you get your practice worksheet that example number 3 is going to be number 5 on your worksheet. Example number 2 is going to be number 3 on your worksheet. And number 1 is going to be number 1 on your worksheet. You're welcome. Okay, so that's it for today. I will see you tomorrow. Have a great day. If you get done with today's practice on proportions with your WKU, check with Mr. Rodriguez or check with Miss Rodriguez to see if this week's homework is done in the printing room because I did turn it in for copies. All right, see you tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye.